Alright, welcome back to Evil's Comics, and I got another review for you. This is going to be from Image Comics' Vinyl number 2, done by Doug Wagner and Daniel HillYard. Doug Wagner does the story, and HillYard does the art. Also to note is the colors. Dave Stewart and Ed Dukeshire does the lettering. This is a team that they have worked together. This is their second project. Their first one is Plastic. It is like a prequel to this comic. For those of y'all who don't know, Vinyl comes equipped with a song that you're supposed to listen to, and that is "Come in My Kitchen" by Robert Johnson, and we're going to go ahead and play the song while I do the review. So we are back in issue number 2, and this book did not disappoint. Just like the first one, it is one of my top favorite reads. Plastic was such a great read. I have not finished Plastic. I'm missing the last issue, but the way Plastic goes, you don't really have to read it. Because I don't know if it directly ties in this. I haven't got there yet, but it does follow the same character, which is Walter, in this book. In the first book, I think he goes by a different name. I think it's Edmund, but that might be because he's a serial killer, and that's what this book is. We are following a serial killer that is trying to rescue his best friend, which is Dennis, and he is a FBI officer that is also on the hunt for Walter, the serial killer. But Walter sees him as a friend, and he is trying to save him. He has been captured by this sunflower cult, and he is being held. Him and his daughter his daughter was being held, and they released the daughter and took him in her place. In the last issue, it kind of looked like we were going to get these two twins as rivals to Walter, and that's not the way it went. Actually, I love the way it went, because what it is this guy's building like a serial killer team to go after this cult. In the very first panels, we see like the cult leader, which is this lady right here. I can't remember her name at the moment, but she is basically talking to her mom, trying to figure out what to do about what Walter did in the previous episode. We also see in the next scene that Walter did not kill the FBI agent Vic, and she prefers, I think, Victoria, but he keeps calling her Vic. But he was trying to recruit her, use her like FBI knowledge and the technology and stuff, so he could help against the whole like the sunflower cult group, So he's basically like, in the last issue, made it look like he had snuck up on her and he was gonna kill her. No, we just found out that he was sneaking up on her to like, try and talk to her, and it was just his weird way of doing it. I will note right here in the, you might not even pick it up, but for some reason, and I can't figure it out, it's kind of like an Easter egg, but in some of the panelings, there's this little bitty red butterfly that kind of floats around, and it only shows up in certain scenes. I was only able to eye it in a couple of scenes, and I did notice it in the first issue as well. I don't know if that's like anything bigger, but we do catch up with this next scene, and it was panels from the last issue, and it kind of goes into the twins and who they are, and like him building this superhero team, Walter. And so we have this discussion with Walter and the twins, and he's kind of telling them what he wants them to do, and their role and what they're going to be doing at the compound. And it's kind of a vague description from the reader's point of view, but like supposedly they get the green on everything. They can scare any way they want to, they can kill any way they want to, they can use any kind of props or weapons that they want to, and they're all excited for it. Plus, he kind of mentions that there's going to be a couple other serial killers along the way that are on their way. And the twins get really excited. They are really excited to work with Walter, because supposedly he's kind of famous in the serial killer world, and they're just excited to work with him. Just more art from that whole discussion. We do get finally a scene, and this is the twins like underneath the compound trying to break in, and we saw in the last issue that Walter was the one that opened the door for them to be able to get in. So this is the twins like immediately after he opened the door, they're sneaking in, and they're down in like some tunnels and stuff. they meet some of the guards that the cult has, and they use men as their guards. And we kind of are introduced by this big giant of a man, and I think his name is Rennie. Maybe I might be mistaken, but we meet this other serial killer, and he just comes in. He's I mean, he's a big dude, so it's nothing but brutality and gore. And this comic is very gory I mean, it's about serial killers, but I mean, if you're bothered by gore, you probably don't want to see a lot of this. But it does not disappoint in the gore. There is no nudity or anything like that, but there is a heavy presence of gore in the right fashion. I mean, these guys are killing. They're serial killers. These two twins, they're having fun. We do see some more scenes where, like, with the compound leader, and she's basically telling the men guards that they failed, you know, that they were always intended to fail, and she basically disposes of the ones that are left. We are told that the big tall guys from the first issue, they kind of look like, I mean, they show them every now and then, but they're like bodyguards to the compound leader. And these big guys, they call them husks, because technically they're just bodies without a brain or a soul, and they follow orders and stuff like that, and that's basically it. Kind of remind me of like the Talons from the Court of Owls type of thing. We do see, like, Dennis does pop up a little bit, so we do see that he's still alive, and he's being taken downstairs to meet this lady called Esther, who supposedly is a cannibal. We also find out that, you know, with Walter and Vic, that they are kind of like, they're getting video and sound from within the compound somehow, and it's with the FBI dealings. But at this point, it's kind of like Walter gets really scared because he knows who Esther is. He's had previous dealings with this cult, so he's kind of like trying to hurry up the times table and what he has planned for the cult and his whole superhero team. As this is going on, he kind of hears something in the background and instantly knows, you know, that somebody has arrived and they're not supposed to be here. We do see that little red butterfly. It's over here, and he shows up in this panel, and I think he shows up right below it. I don't know and the red butterfly is like right there. But I don't know the significance of the red butterfly because it doesn't show up everywhere. But there's got to be some significance. Or it could be just an artist Easter egg. I don't know. We see him getting all masked up, and we know once he gets masked up, he goes into like he's basically a different person. It's not Walter anymore. It's final. And you know, Vic's asking him all his question, what's going on? Like, why are you putting on the mask? You know, and she's getting kind of heated. He's not really answering her. He is responding, but not answering anything that she's asking. And basically, he's talking to the person that has entered the little bunker they're in, and it is one of those husks, or he calls it a haunt, like, but they are like husks, and he has like different names, like a heist and a haunt. I think they get called like 3 different things but basically like a golem or something like that. It kind of makes it look like Walter's going to have to deal with this husk or whatever. And right as the husk is walking in, we see that the husk is taken out by somebody. And this is another one of Walter's like serial killer gang. And we just see that is Rennie, R-E-N-N-I-E. And we kind of get some shots of Rennie here because they show us like the next cover. And she looks like she's into like skinning people, and it kind of looked like that's what she was doing with the husk. Her weapon is some scissor shears. Yeah, what a great read. I mean, the story just flows. There's enough interest and questions to keep me like super interested, engaged in the story. The art is phenomenal. I mean, the art is probably like my biggest love of the book. It has some fantastic, amazing art, like the blood scenes, the just character. It's just really good. I can't talk enough about this. If you are not reading vinyl, you are definitely missing out. I can't hype this book up enough. I mean, I've done single issue reviews, but kind of on first issues, and then after that, I kind of chump them up. This one definitely deserves like each issue, and I think it's only a 5-part series or maybe 6, something like that. But it is definitely worth the read. If for some reason you're passing out, But it's a lot like Dexter, but it was kind of where I was hoping Dexter was gonna go, kind of thing. So yeah. Last but not least, and I almost keep forgetting to do this, I'm about to go to a signing to Frank Chow, so I just wanted to show off some of the books that I'm gonna get signed today. And the reason I wanted to show these off because I'm gonna use this for my 200 subscriber giveaway, but I've been waiting to get them signed because I mean they're just comic books without the sign. But I have a Harley Quinn, Frank Cho book, and I have like that one's gonna go in the giveaway. This one's gonna be for my PC. I love Punchline and Harley, but I'm a huge Punchline fan. I got like a headshot, that one's gonna go in the giveaway. And of course I have his book that he's done recently, and I have I think 2 other copies as a different variant. I haven't decided yet. I might keep this one and get it signed, and then I'll get the other variant, and that'll be in the giveaway. But as soon as I get them all signed, because it's like an hour from now, I'm going to be there at 3 o'clock, and right now it is roughly 2:06. So I'm going to go to the signing and hopefully get these books signed. Hopefully, he said he's going to do an interview, so that'll be really cool. I'll be happy with just a soundbite like, hey, I'm Frank Chow, how you doing? But hey man, that's my review for Image Comics Vinyl number 2. If you've read this, tell me what you think about it. I love hearing other people's perspectives, especially if it's bad. I love hearing all that kind of stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, please share, tell your friends about some evil, let them in the know. And I'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a great day. Happy Saturday. Evil out.